What if I told you that every day you're waking up with the power to either build your future or destroy it? One small habit, done before 9 a.m. could change everything. But here's the hard truth. If you're not doing this, you're sabotaging your own success. You're setting yourself up for failure without even realizing it. And it's not about having more time in the day or more luck. It's about mastering that first hour, the one that sets the tone for everything that follows. Today, I'm going to show you how the most successful people set themselves up for greatness. And it all starts with one powerful habit. This isn't just about motivation, this is about creating real lasting change that fuels your growth from the moment you open your eyes. It's about waking up with a purpose and attacking the day with intention. The time to act is now. Stop waiting for things to improve on their own. Before 9 a.m., you have the chance to shape your day and ultimately your life. So ask yourself, are you ready to step into your full potential? Because this moment right now is your opportunity to take that first step toward unstoppable success. How you start your morning dictates how the rest of your day unfolds. Think about it, your morning sets the tone. If you wake up late, rushed, or stressed, you've already lost before you even begin. The first few hours after waking are some of the most crucial of your day, and yet so many people leave them to chance. They let distractions take over, and by the time they're fully awake, they're already playing catch-up. But what if you could change that? What if you could take control of your morning and set yourself up for success right from the start? It's possible. And it all starts with how you choose to use those first moments when you open your eyes. Don't let them slip away. How you wake up, how you approach those first hours will dictate the kind of day and ultimately the kind of life you create. Your brain is at its peak in the morning. It's true, before the distractions, the emails, the social media, and everything else that pulls your attention, your brain is sharp and focused. In those first hours, your decision-making and willpower are stronger. You have a clear mind unclouded by the chaos of the day. This is your window of opportunity. Once you let the day take over, it's harder to focus, harder to stay disciplined, and harder to make clear decisions. That's why the most successful people know to harness this time. They know that if they start their day with intention, they're already ahead of the game. Your willpower is like a battery. It's strongest in the morning. If you don't use it wisely, you'll run out of steam by the afternoon. So why not use it for something that truly matters? Why not use it to start your day with purpose? A calm, intentional morning will sharpen your mind, boost your productivity, and set you on the path to success. Chaos in the morning leads to chaos in the day. Have you ever had one of those mornings where everything feels rushed? You wake up late, spill your coffee, forget something important, and it feels like the day is already slipping away from you. Now compare that to a morning when you wake up early, take a moment to breathe, and intentionally set the tone for your day. Maybe you journal, meditate, or just enjoy some quiet time before the world demands your attention. The difference is night and day. When you approach your morning with calm and clarity, you're more focused, more productive, and more in control of your time. Mindset is already positive, and you've given yourself the best chance for success. On the flip side, when your morning is filled with chaos and distractions, you're already fighting an uphill battle. You'll find it harder to focus, harder to stay on track, and harder to make good decisions. So make the choice. Do you want to give yourself a fighting chance or let the chaos take over? Let's look at how one small morning adjustment can either set you up for success or failure. Imagine you wake up late. Now you're in a rush. You skip breakfast, barely get ready, and rush out the door. The entire morning is a blur, and by the time you sit down at your desk, you're already stressed. Your mind is cluttered, and you're behind. Compare that to a morning where you wake up 30 minutes earlier. You take a moment to stretch, drink some water, and sit down to plan your day. You start your day with a clear mind, a focused purpose, and an energy boost. The shift is incredible. That extra time doesn't just change the start of your day, it transforms the rest of it. You're calm, collected, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. That one small change in your morning routine can make all the difference in how the day unfolds. What's the one thing successful people do before 9 a.m.? They prime their mindset. It's not a coincidence that successful people all over the world have made mindset training a non-negotiable part of their morning routine. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or affirmations, they understand that how they start their day directly influences how the rest of it plays out. And if you're not doing this, you're missing the foundation of a successful day. It doesn't matter how busy you are, how many tasks you have lined up, or what challenges you're facing. If you neglect this, you're walking into the day blindfolded. This habit, this simple act of mental preparation, is what separates the successful from those who constantly feel overwhelmed and behind. Focusing your mind first thing empowers you to face challenges with clarity and strength. Your mind is your most powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be sharpened. The first moments after waking are the most critical, because this is when your mind is still fresh, and it's easier to influence it before the clutter of the day creeps in. Imagine starting your day with purpose, taking just a few minutes to clear your head, focus on your goals, and set your intentions. This small investment pays huge dividends. By training your mind, you prepare yourself to deal with anything that comes your way with a calm and clear approach. You'll approach every task with focus, every challenge with confidence, and every decision with clarity. Without it, you're just reacting, letting the world dictate how you feel and what you do. Without a clear mind, you become reactive. Your day controls you instead of the other way around. If you don't take the time to prime your mindset, you're setting yourself up for chaos. Have you ever had one of those days where nothing goes right? It's like everything you touch falls apart. That's what happens when you don't start the day with intention. You'll find yourself constantly putting out fires, getting distracted, and reacting to every little obstacle instead of focusing on what truly matters. When your mind isn't centered, you'll be tossed around by the waves of the day, responding to others' needs, handling random problems, and just surviving until it's time to sleep. But when you train your mind first thing, you take control. You set your priorities, decide how to respond to challenges, and stay focused on your bigger goals. The cost of neglecting this habit is simple. You lose control of your day and your life. Look at successful individuals who attribute their achievements to this key morning habit. People like Oprah Winfrey, Tim Ferriss, and Tony Robbins, they've all spoken openly about how their morning routines set the stage for their success. They wake up early, center themselves, and prime their minds for the day ahead. This habit isn't just something they do, it's a cornerstone of their success. They've learned that without it, nothing else will fall into place. They understand the difference it makes, and it's undeniable. If you want to achieve the same level of focus and success, you need to start taking this seriously. Your mindset is the key that unlocks the door to everything you want in life. Your brain is a powerful machine, constantly adapting and changing, but the best time to shape it is first thing in the morning. That's when neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new habits and pathways, is at its peak. When you focus on building strong habits in the morning, you're setting the foundation for success. You see, the early hours of your day are when your brain is most receptive to change. It's like a sponge soaking in everything you give it. And when you start with purpose, with intention, you create pathways that can lead you to the success you want. Think about it, every small action you take in the morning, whether it's making your bed, drinking water, or writing down your goals, is creating a new neural connection. You are literally reprogramming your brain to work for you, to make you more effective, more resilient, and more productive. That's the power of the morning. The earlier you start this, the more you control your day, your habits, and your future. Now let's talk about the role of focus in your productivity. Starting your day with focus sets the tone for everything that follows. When you make your first moments count, you're giving yourself an edge that many people don't have. Think about how you feel when you wake up and immediately go into autopilot mode, checking emails, scrolling through social media, reacting to everything but your own goals. That's a recipe for chaos. But when you take a few minutes to center yourself, whether it's through meditation, stretching, or simply breathing deeply, you clear away the mental clutter, you sharpen your focus. This kind of intentional start gives you clarity, helping you hone in on the most important tasks. When your brain is clear, you're able to perform at your peak. You tackle the hard things first. You don't waste time on distractions. You become unstoppable because you've already won the mental battle. The benefits of mastering your morning routine are undeniable. It's not just about feeling better, it's about performing better. Physically, mentally, emotionally, you're setting yourself up to take on the day with power. The benefits are clear: less stress, more focus, and an undeniable edge over the competition. You'll have more energy, sharper decision-making, and a greater sense of control. And that's what separates the successful from the rest. While others are waking up late, rushing through their mornings, or feeling behind, you'll be ahead. You'll be ready to take on the challenges of the day with a calm, focused mindset. Your productivity won't just be higher, it will be smarter. By mastering your morning, you unlock a whole new level of performance. Think of your morning as the first domino in a chain of success. Knock it over right, and the rest will follow in perfect alignment. If you wake up late, stressed, and distracted, it sets a negative tone for everything that comes after. But if you start your day with focus, clarity, and intention, you create a ripple effect that will carry you through the day. Each small action in the morning, no matter how simple, can trigger a series of positive events. It's the start of your success story. A successful day doesn't happen by accident. It starts with a purposeful morning that sets the tone for everything that comes after. Knock over that first domino, right? And the rest will fall into place. You'll be amazed at how one small change can transform everything. Have you ever woken up late, rushed through your morning, and felt like you were already behind before the day even started? Many people face this challenge. The root cause? Old habits, constant distractions, and a lack of discipline. We often wake up and immediately dive into our phones, checking messages, scrolling through social media, or jumping into work emails. These habits quickly lead to a feeling of being overwhelmed right out of the gate. It's easy to fall into a cycle of chaos, and once that chaos begins, it's hard to control. The morning is supposed to be your foundation, but when you let the rush and distractions control it, you set yourself up for a stressful day ahead. It doesn't take long before this becomes your norm. And here's the truth: until you change the way you approach your mornings, it will continue to be a battle. It's time to take charge and set a new rhythm for your day. Let me tell you something. When you let chaos define your mornings, you're not just starting your day on the wrong foot, you're setting yourself up for failure. Think about it. How many times have you rushed out of bed late, scrambled through a disorganized morning, and felt like you couldn't catch your breath? You've already given yourself a poor start, and that frustration follows you through the day. You become reactive instead of proactive. Decisions are made in a hurry, and that stress builds. And here's the kicker: when you're constantly in a rush, you forget the things that really matter. The most important tasks, your focus, your goals, they slip through the cracks. Chaos in the morning leads to chaos throughout the day. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. You allow it to happen, and it builds, building a pattern of stress, frustration, and missed opportunities. If you let mornings be chaotic, that's exactly what your life will reflect: chaos. Now let's break this down. When you miss one morning routine, it seems small, doesn't it? But it's not just that one day, it snowballs. One missed morning turns into 2, then 3. Before you know it, it becomes a habit. You've built a routine around chaos, and now your mornings are slipping further and further out of control. And that's the problem. Each missed routine makes it harder to break free. The longer you let chaos rule, the more ingrained the habit becomes. It's like trying to dig yourself out of a hole that keeps getting deeper. And this doesn't just affect your mornings, it affects your whole life, your mindset, your energy, your productivity. It all starts with how you begin the day. A missed morning might feel insignificant, but the momentum it creates is powerful, and not in a good way. If you don't take control of your mornings now, it will continue to get harder to change. But here's the good news: you can break free from this cycle. It doesn't take a complete overhaul of your life, just a few intentional changes. First, set a consistent wake-up time. Start small. Don't try to wake up at 5 a.m. if you're used to waking up at 9. Gradually adjust. Get out of bed at the same time every day. That's the first step to resetting your internal clock. Next, create a simple morning routine that works for you. Maybe it's stretching, journaling, or having a quiet cup of coffee. Whatever it is, make it something that grounds you and sets a positive tone for the day. Use tools like reminders or alarms to keep yourself accountable. It doesn't matter if it's a digital reminder or a sticky note on your mirror, just something to push you into action. And don't be afraid to adjust as you go. It's about progress, not perfection. Start with small wins and build from there. The key is to take control. You have the power to shape your mornings and ultimately your day. Your habits are like roots. They determine how high you'll grow. If you plant them in chaos, don't expect success to follow. The foundation of your day, the roots of your routine, will determine the growth of your life. Let's get one thing straight: how you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. You want success, but it won't show up unless you create the conditions for it. A powerful morning routine is your first step. It all starts with 4 core components: sleep hygiene, hydration, movement, and mental clarity. First, sleep hygiene. If you're not getting enough rest, your mornings will always be a struggle. Sleep is the foundation of your energy. If you go to bed late, your body won't be ready to perform the next day. So prioritize sleep. Set a bedtime. Create a routine that signals to your brain it's time to wind down. Turn off the screens, avoid heavy meals, and relax. Your sleep will improve, and so will your mornings. Second, hydration. You've been asleep for hours, and your body needs water to fuel itself. Drink a glass of water as soon as you wake up. Rehydrate your system, and you'll feel more awake and alert. Your body is like a car. If you don't fuel it, it won't run smoothly. Next, movement. You can't expect your body to perform if you don't get it moving. Whether it's stretching, a quick workout, or a brisk walk, get your blood flowing. This will energize you for the challenges ahead. Physical activity isn't just good for the body, it's good for the mind too. It wakes you up, sharpens your focus, and sets you up for success. Finally, mental clarity. Take a moment to clear your mind. Meditate, journal, or simply focus on your breath for a few minutes. Set your intentions for the day. This is your chance to refocus your energy and get centered. Without mental clarity, your day will feel like a chaotic rush. You need a calm, focused mind to make the right decisions and stay on track. These 4 components, sleep, hydration, movement, and mental clarity, are the pillars of a powerful morning. Get them right and your day will be unstoppable. Now let's get personal. A morning routine isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. Your routine should be designed to fuel your personal goals. So, what are your goals? Is it to get in shape, write that book, grow your business, or simply feel more energized? Whatever it is, your morning routine should align with it. Start by assessing your goals. Ask yourself, what's the most important thing I need to accomplish today? Then build a routine that supports that. If fitness is your goal, prioritize exercise. If mental clarity is key, focus on journaling or meditation. It's about creating a morning ritual that works for you, not just copying someone else's. Let's break it down. First, identify the time you want to wake up. Set it and stick to it. No snoozing. If you want more time in the morning, start waking up 10 minutes earlier every day until you've built the habit. Once you have the wake-up time, design the sequence. Should you start with water? Should you stretch first? Find what makes you feel the most energized. Consider this. The more intentional your routine, the more productive your day will be. If you set up your mornings with purpose, you'll set yourself up for success in every area of your life. The goal isn't just to fill your morning with tasks. It's to fill it with actions that align with your vision for the day, the week, and your future. We all know the struggle. Life gets in the way, and staying consistent is tough. But here's the truth. Consistency is non-negotiable. If you don't show up every day, those small wins won't add up. The key to consistency: time management. First, take a hard look at your morning. Are you trying to do too much? Keep it simple. Start with just one or two key elements of your morning routine. It could be as simple as drinking water and doing a 10-minute workout. As you master these, gradually add more. Don't overwhelm yourself from the start. Next, tackle distractions. We live in a world full of them. Phones, emails, social media. The best way to avoid distractions: limit them. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb or leave it in another room until you've completed your routine. Build a barrier between yourself and the chaos of the world. This time is for you. Don't let anything steal it. But even with a solid plan, you'll face resistance. There will be days when you just don't feel like it. Here's the key: push through it. Don't wait for motivation, create it by starting. The first step is always the hardest, but once you get going, the momentum builds. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll never get started. It's in the doing, not the waiting. Finally, track your progress. Celebrate the small wins. If you woke up on time, did your morning stretch, or drank that glass of water, give yourself credit. Consistency builds on itself. The more you track, the more motivated you'll feel to keep going. Let me give you a simple example. Let's say you start with just one small change: waking up 10 minutes earlier than usual. You start with a glass of water and a 5-minute stretch. The first day, it's tough. You might be groggy, but you did it. Day 2, a little easier. You're seeing the benefits of those small changes. Now you add in 10 minutes of journaling. You start setting your intentions for the day. Day 3, you're feeling more awake, more focused, and ready to tackle your goals. By day 5, you've built a solid routine. You're waking up earlier, feeling more energized, and heading into your day with purpose. You've started your morning on your terms, and that's powerful. By day 10, your routine is no longer a struggle. It's a habit. The impact on your day, undeniable. You're more productive, more focused, and more positive. You've taken control of your mornings, and now you're taking control of your life. This is the power of a morning routine. It's not about dramatic changes. It's about small, consistent improvements that build up over time. The more you commit to this, the more unstoppable you become. One change at a time, one morning at a time, and you've transformed your entire life. The question is, what small change will you start with today? Let me tell you something. Your morning isn't just the start of your day. It's the launch pad for your entire life. How you wake up, how you set yourself up for the day ahead, will determine everything that follows. It's not just about the first few hours. It's about how those hours shape your mindset, your actions, and your outcomes. Mastering your morning doesn't just improve your day. It changes your career, your relationships, and your overall mindset. Think about it. If you wake up feeling rushed and disorganized, what does that say about the rest of your day? You're on the back foot before you even start. But if you start with clarity, intention, and energy, everything shifts. You'll approach your work with focus, your relationships with purpose, and your challenges with confidence. Your morning is the first moment where you decide what kind of day you'll have. If you master that, you're setting yourself up for success in every area of your life. Don't underestimate the power of the first few hours. They set the foundation for everything you do. They influence how you feel, how you perform, and how you show up in the world. That's the power of mastering your mornings. It's more than just productivity. It's about creating the life you want to live. Now let's talk about the ripple effect. Think about a single drop of water hitting a calm surface. What happens next? It doesn't just sink and disappear. It creates ripples that spread out in all directions, affecting everything in its path. That's what happens when you master your morning. One small change, one new habit, can create an unstoppable momentum that spreads to every part of your life. The small habit of waking up early, of starting your day with purpose, will affect your career, your relationships, your health, and even your mindset. Maybe it starts with a morning workout that energizes you. That energy carries over to your work, where you're more focused and productive. You handle challenges with ease because you've already conquered something physical and mental. The small act of taking care of yourself in the morning ripples out into your day, making everything else feel easier and more achievable. But it's not just about productivity. Your morning routine can change how you show up in relationships too. When you start your day with clarity, you're more present for the people you care about. You're not distracted, you're not rushing, you're fully engaged. Your morning sets the tone for how you interact with others, how you show empathy, and how you communicate. Master your mornings, and you'll find that the way you connect with people transforms too. You've probably heard the stories of people who turn their lives around by simply mastering their mornings. Let me give you some examples. Take Oprah Winfrey, for instance. Her morning routine is known to include meditation, journaling, and a few moments of quiet reflection. She doesn't rush into her day. Instead, she sets herself up mentally and emotionally for the challenges ahead. And look at where she is now, one of the most influential figures in the world. Her morning routine wasn't just a way to feel better in the moment, it became the foundation of her success. Another example, Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, he starts his day at 4:30 a.m., working out, reading, and responding to emails. It's a simple routine, but it helps him maintain the focus and discipline needed to lead one of the most successful companies in the world. That early morning routine sets the tone for everything he does, giving him the clarity and energy to take on any challenge. Then there's Richard Branson, who credits his morning routine of exercise, healthy eating, and reflection for helping him stay energized and focused. It's no accident that this routine is a cornerstone of his success. Like Oprah and Tim, Branson's mornings provide the mental and physical foundation for the rest of his day and his incredible achievements. These are just a few examples of how small, consistent habits in the morning can have a huge impact on your life. The morning sets the stage for everything that follows. Master it and you'll see the ripple effect in every area of your life. Think of your morning as the first chapter of a book. Every morning is the beginning of a new chapter, a fresh opportunity to write your story. The way you start each day will influence the rest of your life. If you open your book with purpose and intention, you create a story worth reading. But if you rush through it, if you allow chaos to take over, your story will lose its direction. Now think about your life as a book with many chapters. Each morning is the start of a new chapter that builds upon the last. If you take control of your morning, you'll have more clarity, more focus, and more energy to write the rest of your story. With each chapter, you're writing your own success. And just like a well-crafted book, your life will unfold with purpose. Write your first chapter well, and everything that follows will be shaped by that. Your mornings are your opportunity to set the pace for the rest of your life. How you start today will determine how far you go tomorrow. Make it count. The success of your entire day hinges on how you begin it. We've covered a lot today, but let me remind you of the core message. Your mornings are the foundation of everything that follows. You set the tone for your day the moment you wake up, and that moment matters more than you realize. If you let chaos control your mornings, you're allowing chaos to control your entire day, and that can't happen if you want to live up to your potential. Your mornings shape your mindset, your productivity, your energy, and your relationships. Don't let missed mornings, missed routines, or missed opportunities be the reason you're not where you want to be. The choice is yours. You have the power to change starting tomorrow. Start tomorrow. Don't wait another minute. You don't need a grand overhaul, just choose one small change to implement before 9 a.m. Maybe it's waking up 10 minutes earlier. Maybe it's taking a moment for mental clarity before you dive into your day. Perhaps it's drinking a glass of water right after you wake up. Start small, but make sure you start. I promise you, the shift you'll feel by making that one change will be noticeable. You will start your day with purpose. You will start with a sense of control. You will be ready to face the challenges ahead, instead of letting them overwhelm you. Change doesn't have to be complicated. It just has to start. Tomorrow morning, make the decision to set your own course for the day rather than letting the world dictate it. Your future starts with what you do in the next 12 hours. Don't let this opportunity pass. You can keep making excuses, or you can take control. The choice is yours. What will you do tomorrow morning? Will you hit snooze and let another day slip by, or will you rise up and take that first step toward the life you've been dreaming of? The clock is ticking, and the power is in your hands. Don't wait for the perfect moment because it doesn't exist. Start now. Choose one small action, and let that action change everything. Your future self will thank you. What will you do tomorrow morning? It all begins with you. Take control now.